Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 43 of Syncing with ServiceNow. I'm your host, Andy Whiteside. Been a few weeks since I've been on. Glad to be back. Mike Sabia is with me. Mike is our master architect and the guy who knows the most around here, but we got a really good team of people. Let me do the commercial real quick. If you are a ServiceNow employee, if you're a ServiceNow salesperson, engineer, or a ServiceNow customer, most importantly, the customer, and you're not getting the value out of the product that you should be or feel like you should be, then let us know because this thing can do anything you need it to do. A lot of people buy it for minimal use cases and then expand it. A lot of people buy it for more advanced use cases and never get there. There's a ton we can help you get out of the product, the value out of the product, replacing other products, solving workflows, making your organization stronger on the platform. Mike, what I leave out in that pitch?
I think that was a pretty good pitch. ServiceNow is a tremendous platform. We're here to work with you and help your business processes.
Limitless business processes. Opportunity to make them all better.
Hmm.
Even the ones you think are done will never be done. And then you throw in, automation and AI. Have you heard the word AI, the acronym AI,
No,
AI this week?
couple times.
Just came back from the Microsoft Ignite conference, and of course, Copilot, their generative AI solution. Man, that thing was everywhere, and maybe rightfully so. I think rightfully so, even. Gonna be interesting to see how we leverage it. We being the people. No, without a doubt, though, having a platform that you work from is going to make leveraging it more viable, don't you think?
Yes, I absolutely agree. I will say, Andy, that this was one topic which maybe didn't need to focus on AI, and yet AI comes into every conversation.
It does. It does. It does. Well, the blog that you brought forward today is from November 14th, Jacques Kenny, and the title of it is Five Reasons ServiceNow is Among Fortune Fortune World's Best Places to Work. Now, let me just read a quick excerpt here from the introduction paragraph. At ServiceNow, we make the world work better for everyone. These aren't just words, they demonstrate who we are through our actions every day. Extraordinary power of the people is at the core of every innovation, team achievement, spark of creativity, as well as have we made the world better for everyone. Mike, why this blog about ServiceNow being a great place to work? Why does it make sense for this podcast?
I think it's a great topic. Yes, this is about people working at ServiceNow, but the same attention they take to helping their employees correspond to the attention they put into the ServiceNow product. If you've ever been have listened to ServiceNow demonstrating HRSD, they talk about, hey, I was hired at an old company, I had to go through all these steps, and now when I was hired at ServiceNow, ServiceNow had me go through their HRSD product in order to get onboarded. That same uh, tool set and advantage that they are making in the product, they internalize. And the things that they internalize are make it into the product. And so though this blog is about, hey, it's a great place to work there, this some of the same topics correlate to it's a great product to work with because the people who want to work well with each other want to work well with the product and our customers and their partners like us.
Generally a true statement. People want to work better together. We just need software and other tools to make that possible.
Mhm.
This is specifically around Fortune World's. I don't think I did a good job reading the title. Fortune World's Best Places to Work. They were one of 25 companies recognized on this list for the second year in a row. Let's see. So they break it down into what, five different categories or five different
Yep.
talking points. Number one is fostering a growth mindset. We never stop asking what's next. How does that apply to, us helping customers implement ServiceNow?
It applies to them acting as their company themselves, how they can improve the experience in the company. It refers to the use of the product. How can we make this particular product in ServiceNow, one of the 17 or so products, how does it work better and how does it work better together with the other 17 or other 16 products? It applies to their customers. Hey, we want to make things easier for you to understand the platform. They put a lot of effort into developing Now Create or a lot of the online demos for people to get a sense of what the product is. They're always looking to see how they can grow the product, but how can they grow customers' use of it, and how can they grow customers for customers themselves by using the product.
Yeah. And what better way to come up with new ideas than to actually use it yourself?
Yep.
Number two here is fueling growth and development. It says our company is a fast-growing, ever-changing business. Sounds familiar with a lot of companies
Does.
here. Disrupting every workforce, demand on tech workers in this new AI. There you go. There's the acronym again. World is increasing, not diminishing, as a share of the 2024 workforce forecast report says.
Right. And I mentioned a moment ago that they're putting a lot of effort to making things accessible to the customer to understand the capabilities in the product. But similarly, they want to allow for developers to get onto the platform, readily become able to use the product. And naturally, that also means more developers, and therefore for a customer, it's a little cheaper because it's not necessarily um, uh, heroes who are solving the problem. There's a tremendous platform of tools that make a tremendous platform, an ecosystem of developers to implement it.
Number three here, it says, living our purpose. One of the things that sets us apart is our unwavering commitment to our purpose, making the world a better place to work. How does ServiceNow doing that exemplify what it could be like for others?
I think we've all used tools which were cumbersome, or you had to fight against the tool rather than the tool facilitating your day. And if we can focus on making our lives better, making our experiences better, then we feel more empowered. We're happy to work at the company we're at. So it's not just a matter of, hey, let's make your business process better. If I'm working at a company and there are great tools, I'm excited. I'm happy to come into work. I'm happy to work and help other people and not be fighting the tools to get my job done. Um, you know, we are both blessed to be able to be in a place where we can focus on making things better. Uh, some
Probably,
people, sorry.
probably take that for granted, really, is that, my job every day allows me to try to engage people to try to make things better and,
Mhm.
get paid to do that. I
But
guess.
not everybody has that opportunity though. But maybe I think sometimes I take it for granted that I'm working in such a great product that can affect changes for end users, and I appreciate it when I recognize it.
Yeah, I think, I mean, what I was thinking was, a lot of people do a job that needs to get done. They don't have the opportunity to work in such a way that makes other people's jobs better and easier. I guess that's one of the reasons why we choose ServiceNow as a platform for enabling that endless ability to help people transition to a better outcome.
Right. And I'm very happy to be working for a great partner like XenTegra to be able to focus on those for the customers. A customer coming to us as a partner can expect that we are looking to make this the best for you. We're not just looking for, a dollar. We are privately owned. The dollar is something we can look at, long term rather than short term. But ultimately, we are looking to create great solutions and be that customer for life
Yeah,
or partner for life.
yeah, client for life, partner for life. Number four says cultivating a culture of belonging. How can a platform do that?
Well, I guess first I want to mention that there are programs that ServiceNow has initiated in order to get maybe some disadvantaged people or people coming out of the military to get involved with the platform. And if you, coming from one of those perspectives, feel welcome by ServiceNow, by the partner to embrace the product, then you're going to feel that you belong. You're not just another cog doing this, another person who we're forcing the tool on you. We're actively trying to make it better for you. And personally, I feel a sense of belonging when I do that.
Yeah, everybody wants to work for a place that, kind of makes a difference and is inclusive to others. I guess if you're working with a technology that embraces that, it probably just kind of happens.
It can. Now, I know that XenTegra has its own nonprofit arm, and not to diminish that, but just being able to affect change and get the sense that you're helping other people is profound.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes when you make things more efficient, maybe that means you don't need maybe as much headcount, which can be an advantage to the company, but that also means you can apply that headcount in other ways for that company.
Yeah, you hope that's what's happening. Hopefully it doesn't all go into profits. It goes back into reinvestment in society as a whole. All right, empowering through flexibility. In addition to providing the tools and resources to help people do their best, we give ServiceNow gives them the flexibility to achieve personal balance between work and life. How does a tool do that? How does a platform do that?
Well, this is an article about the fact that ServiceNow is a great place to work at, and it's fantastic that they give their developers, their employees, the opportunity to take a brain break and listen to inspirational speakers and get a sense of what you can accomplish. Similarly, again with the product, if you have learning material that you can say, hey, I'm struggling with this topic. Oh, ServiceNow has learning material about that. Let me listen to it. Let me embrace the product to expand my understanding, and then have that understanding, allow me to use the product better.
Mhm.
So there is that flexibility. I would be remiss if I didn't also mention the fact that ServiceNow does have, low code, no code, and the ability to make your customer or your user base be able to develop within the platform. So there is that flexibility.
Yeah. So they ended up by saying it's all about their people. I think every organization can say that. What do you see out of ServiceNow that, kind of exemplifies that?
Well, not to double down on the product, but I would say that having worked at previous places, another partner, um, a fair amount of people wound up going from that partner back to the mothership, going to work at ServiceNow because they saw the opportunity to make a difference. They saw the opportunity to work with great people to make a better product,
Yeah.
a different way of looking at the product and enhancing it for the customer, for our clients.
So, Mike, how long have you been around the ServiceNow world?
11 and a half years,
And you
2023.
you've seen it go from a company of a couple thousand people to what they're now saying is 25,000 plus?
It's huge. I wish I'd bought stock back then.
Yeah, well, I agree. Um, what's the one thing you'd put your finger on that's allowed that to happen?
I think that, if you look at some of the products that ServiceNow displaced over its 20 years, a lot of client-based solutions, graphical user interfaces rather than the web interface, they've always strived to stay ahead of what is possible. They haven't rested on their laurels saying, hey, like Kodak that didn't embrace the digital camera. They're always trying to grow in order to make the product better, to grow for their customers. And I'd say that's the thing that I see, in my 11 and a half years, ServiceNow always continuing to improve it, not just resting on what's there today.
You've heard the saying, right place, right time. I think for them, right place, right time with the right platform. That's probably what's happened here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Mike, I appreciate you jumping on. We'll wrap it up here, but I look forward to having a good week. Hope you do, and we'll
Thanks, Annie. I do as well. Yeah.
get something else posted in a week or so.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, you too. Thank you.